Hey, everybody, and welcome to a Tatter-a-fact here at Girlz Inc. in Las Vegas. I am super happy to be here with you all today. Glad to have you. Got a great guest today and some really interesting things to talk about. But before we get to her and that conversation, I hope you don't mind. I just wanted to take a minute and just read a message that I got, because it really, it made me a little verklempt. Like I got a little emotional. I'm super sensitive. and this was just really, it means a lot to me, Willow and Olivia, because it's the three of us. If you've been listening to Tatter-a-fact for any length of time, you know, it's the three of us here at Tatter-a-fact. And these messages mean as much to Willow as they do Olivia. And wait a minute. Did we even announce? Willow, do you got your microphone ready? It's not on. Did we even let our listeners know about Olivia?
I think we let them know that it was coming, but
Oh,
we announced it.
okay. Well, y'all knew that she had a bun in the oven, right? So she gave birth. She did. And so tomorrow will be 2 weeks. Her baby's 2 weeks old. And she gave birth to a little baby boy, a big baby boy, like over 8 pounds. So me and Willow and my guest, I haven't introduced her yet, but she's got a great relationship with Olivia, knows Olivia. So we just, everybody at Girlz Inc., all of us here at Tatter-a-fact, we just all want to tell you, Olivia, that we love you. We miss you, and we're so happy for you and your baby and your whole family, and we can't wait till you're back with us here at Tatter-a-fact. Okay, so I'm going to read a little message. So I got this message, and so she first starts out the message, hey there, and she's interested in taking the lift sailing removal training, yada, yada, yada. Okay, but then she says, I also wanted to mention that I started listening to your podcast, and it's been wonderful. I am at the place where I'm thinking about quitting, and your podcast is giving me hope. And I'm actually rethinking my decision before giving up. Thank you for all you and your team do. You are making a difference in people's lives. So I can't even tell you what that meant to me and Willow. And what it will mean to Olivia. Olivia probably hasn't seen it. She's got, baby fever going on right now. But that means the world to me. And that is why we do this podcast. We hardly ever mention products or anything like that on this podcast. And once in a while, I like to tell you about new products and new courses launching, keep you in the know. But this podcast, primarily, we started this and continue to do it to create community, to offer support, to motivate, to inspire, because we all need people, especially in this day with the social media, right? Social media and all the technology is distancing us from each other further and further and further, I feel sometimes, man. And we all need community. And that is my mission for the rest of my career. I made some big, bold moves that Kat and I are going to be speaking about in an upcoming episode. So I hope you stay tuned for that. I'm going to get real vulnerable and talk about those big, bold moves. And my mission for myself, the industry, and everybody that I come in contact with, whether it's in person, at conferences, this podcast, creating community, and elevating the industry, So thank you so much for that message. Thank you, all of you guys, for listening in and supporting all of us here at Tatter-a-fact. It means the world to us. We appreciate your engagement. And we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So thank you. You guys mean the world to all of us here. So, all right, let's get to our guest. Most of you know who she is. She's been around a minute. Please welcome Rose Perez.
Hello.
Hello, Rose. How you doing?
Second time on Tatter-a-fact. So
I know. Yes, we both have our Tatter-a-fact mugs. So I know you're just getting over being sick. So
Excuse me. Yeah, if I have a little cough, it's because I'm, recovering. But
yeah,
all in the name of empowering and educating.
yeah. Wasn't that a great
I didn't
message?
want to say no to today. Pardon?
Wasn't that a great message?
Which message?
Oh, did you not hear? Could you not hear me talking?
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I was like so moved.
Okay,
And
please pardon. Rose is sick. She's sick. Please excuse the.
you were talking about something else. Sorry. Like, hello, I'm fuzzy. My head is fuzzy. I
I
have
know you're
TB.
fuzzy. I know you're fuzzy.
Yes, I wanted to comment so bad. Like, I'm like, am I allowed to talk? I was like, that is so moving. I want to cry.
No, it's so
Are you?
moving. It's so moving, and those messages don't go unnoticed by me. Do you know?
Oh, and first of all, I want to know who that. I mean, like, if you're listening right now, please like reach out to me personally because I want to know who you are. That was so brave. Thank you so much for saying that because you echo like 1,000 women a month, and I primarily women in this industry in PMU. I hear that all the time, by the way, from not only new artists but seasoned artists alike. They're like, I want to give up. That's it. I can't take it. And for her to put herself out there like that, she doesn't realize that she's empowering so many other women. So
So
I
many
applaud
other
her.
women. Yeah, yeah. I won't say her name. I'm not sure if she wants,
Just
her
reach
name
out.
being said publicly, but
It was me.
yeah, but that
Give her a
message.
virtual hug. Yeah, I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah. And I always, tell people, look, if you feel, look, things are tough right now. I get it. It's tough all over, and for lots of different reasons. This is one of the big topics, most talked about topics on the Facebook groups right now. You want
Yeah.
to know what's going on in the industry and the feeling of the artist and where the industry is today. Just you peek in on the Facebook groups and see what's being posted and being talked about,
True.
and that will let you know what's going on in the industry and how people are feeling today. And there's a couple of different topics coming up over and over and over. And one is that artists are finding it hard to build clientele, to make ends meet with just permanent makeup. The economy's tough. And I think I lost my earbud. Hang on a minute. I think most people are experiencing that. All artists, all companies, big, small, and everywhere in the middle. And I always tell them, I say, look, if you feel you were born to do this, right? Like you just have a deep love and passion and knowing you were born to do this, yet you're on the struggle bus, right? Don't get off the struggle bus. I had my struggles too early on in my career, and I never thought about quitting. So because I just felt this is what I was born to do. So I would just encourage everybody out there, just find a way to make it work. Some are having to go into other little services, do other services like brow lamination or lash lifts or some sort of aesthetics or waxing. Some are actually getting part-time jobs at night, completely outside of the beauty industry, which is what I had to do my first 2 years doing permanent makeup. I worked a part-time job at night to keep my rent paid and whatnot. So that's not uncommon. I guess that's what I want to put out there. If you're struggling your first few years of PMU and your first 2 or 3 years, you got to work a part-time job at night. That is not uncommon.
It takes a good 3 to 5 years, I would say, to really get on your feet and say, gosh, I'm doing this 100% with nothing else on the side.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think longer nowadays. I think where maybe you could get a good, strong, loyal clientele that paid all your bills and allowed you to feel
depending on your goals.
Yeah, allow you to feel financially sound or safe. I think that came a little quicker years ago. I think that's taking a little bit. I just had this conversation with a group of artists. I think it's taking a little bit longer now, and that could be because a lot of the population has had permanent makeup done.
Because it's so saturated. I
know. Yeah, a lot of the public has had it done. But that's just natural. That doesn't mean there's not room for everybody and work for everybody. But maybe things are just taking a little bit longer. But anyway, so perfect. So let's talk about, oh, go ahead.
Well, can I just say something? And to that point, like I've been a mentor because I've been obviously PMU artist for many years before social media and all the things. And when we just had these little kind of little conventions like Text Helping Text, you know, before these like Vegas style, you know, high class conventions. And so I've been a mentor for many years. And I'm telling you right now, to this day, whether one of my colleagues has 25 years experience or 5 years experience, it's always about imposter syndrome. So that's another thing is, you know, just put your blinders on. Don't compare yourself to anybody else, like that person that commented, and just kind of like stay in your own lane. And to your point, like if you love it, just keep doing it. And you just go back to your why. Why is it that I'm doing this? Like, what is my motivation?
Yeah.
And just like stay on that road, stay on that path. Forget about it, what everyone else is doing. I've been off Instagram, social media for about 2 months now. And about a week and a half ago, I made a post saying, I'll be back. But I've been out with um you've heard of FOMO, fear of missing out. Well, I've had JOMO, joy of missing out.
Yeah, no, it's really true, Rose.
So,
Yeah, I've kind of, I don't really peruse, you know,
yeah,
scroll and scroll and scroll.
yeah,
You know, I do on a couple of the permanent makeup boards. Don't really comment, but it's how I know what's on the minds of artists. And I have a group of artists here in Las Vegas that I talk to quite often, and then I have a network of artists
yeah.
in the
You have a big
industry.
community.
Yeah, I have a community of artists that I have, you know, conversations with. So I know, you know, what people are thinking and feeling. But yeah,